Now fellas, you might be a little surprised to learn that Pilates was actually designed by a man for men. And for me, it's one of my favourite forms of exercise to stay fit, maintain flexibility and healthy joints. Brad, for first timers out there, tell us what Pilates is.
It's a full-bodied integrated exercise program. It works on core strength and stability, works on flexibility and end range of movement, and it's like a full-bodied integrated program that's is useful for any kind of activities, daily activities or sporting activities.
I'd agree with you. I think it's fantastic for working the core, but also for different movement patterns that your body has to go through, be it sport, be it day-to-day living. But you look around here, some great equipment, and it's a really important part of a workout, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. We've got a whole range of different types of things that you can play on here. From the Cadillac, which is like a four-poster bed that has springs attached to it, so all of the work is spring resisted. We have wonder chairs, which is like an upright chair that's spring resisted also. Barrels that help to increase flexibility of the spine. And then we've got these great reformers here, which is pretty standard in a Pilates studio.
One of the first things you learn about when you start Pilates is form and movement, which is the ability for your body to move and hold through different floor and machine exercises. Now, technique plays a large part in the success of these movements, but don't be afraid, as it's not hard to pick up.
So George, as you know, this is a reformer, which is the piece of equipment you use in an Allegro class or a group equipment class. Fairly straightforward to operate. What we're looking at here is simple leg work. So we've got your feet on the foot bar and we've added some springs for some resistance on the legs. And once your core abdominals are on and you're nice and centered, it's a matter of just sliding the bait out by pushing the legs away and then slowly controlling it back in again. It's good for alignment of the legs, activation of muscles that we might not necessarily think about from daily activities. And you've got different various leg positions that you can play around with. Yeah? So parallel and maybe even just a turned out positions to come back in and then come back down again and just press away. So lots of variations there to play with and looking at biomechanics through the legs. And just start breathing into your bellies for me. So you got your thumbs together and we'll place your thumbs on your belly button and place the fingertips down into the lower abdomen. So we get the lower abdominal fibers engaged.
Davina, what is the difference between this and other exercises you have tried?
I like that Pilates is a full body integration technique, so I feel like I'm working all parts of my body. And I feel like the instructors really teach you about your body and how to work it really effectively.
How about we add some legs to it? As you breathe out, lengthen both legs away and lift the head and shoulders.
I come twice a week for an hour each time. I spend my life in front of a computer and I find it really helps with my posture and with my back.
So Inga, you're a professional stunt woman. Why do you do Pilates?
Well, Pilates is just a fantastic full body workout. It helps me to stay in shape, keep my muscles working well, flexibility, and the injury prevention is fantastic. And also I've copped a couple of knocks, so also the rehabilitation to get me back to work just as strong and nice and quick works really well.
They will lift up off the floor, so the tailbone will lift up off the floor, take your legs over the head using the abdominal muscles. Draw the knees into the chest, very nice, and roll down through the vertebral joints.
I'm a mother of 3. I've done Pilates throughout all my pregnancies and I've managed to keep a really strong pelvic floor and really strong abdominal muscles, and I'm still staying in shape.
Good. Strong shoulders, strong abdominal strength, make sure the backs aren't sinking, and then rest back down again. Good job.
What do you like about Pilates, Christina?
Well, I love the confidence it gives people in their bodies. I love that we can work with someone who's 8 years old or someone who's 68 years old and give them that confidence in their own body.
Pilates classes are a little more expensive than your average fitness class, but the results are worth every cent. And if you can afford private sessions, then the results are even greater.